There's something most people don't understand about vulnerability. It's deep. It's transformative. It's not weakness. It's power. The truth about vulnerability. People say, if I show vulnerability, I'll be hurt. But what does that really mean? Jung discovered vulnerability isn't weakness. It's the gateway to authenticity. You're not exposing weakness. You're revealing truth. Andrew's story. Andrew came to me armored. I never show weakness, he said. That's how I survived. What are you surviving? I asked. Everything, Andrew said. Work, relationships, life. But I'm exhausted. Keeping the armor on is killing me. 2 years later, Andrew had transformed his life. It wasn't the armor that protected me, he said. It was what kept me from living. When I took it off, I didn't become weaker. I became real. And real is stronger than armored. The principle of authentic strength. Jung taught, true strength comes from authenticity. When you hide your truth, you weaken yourself. When you reveal your truth, you strengthen yourself. Vulnerability isn't the opposite of strength. It's the source of it. 5 signs you're armored against vulnerability. Sign 1. Emotional distance. You keep people at a distance, always. No one really knows you. No one gets close. Sign 2. Perfectionism. You must be perfect, always. Any flaw feels like failure. Any mistake feels like death. Sign 3. Control. You must control everything, always. Uncertainty terrifies you. Chaos threatens you. Sign 4. Cynicism. You're cynical about everything, always. Hope feels dangerous. Trust feels foolish. Sign 5. Exhaustion. You're exhausted, always. Maintaining the armor drains your life force. Jennifer's story. Jennifer experienced all 5 signs. Sign 1. I kept everyone at a distance. No one really knew me. Sign 2. I had to be perfect. Any flaw felt like failure. Sign 3. I controlled everything. Uncertainty terrified me. Sign 4. I was cynical about everything. Hope felt dangerous. Sign 5. And I was exhausted. The armor was killing me. 3 years later, Jennifer had removed the armor. It wasn't easy, she said, but it was necessary. I started showing my truth, my fears, my struggles. And something amazing happened. People didn't reject me. They connected with me. The 3 stages of embracing vulnerability. Stage 1. Recognition. 0 to 6 months. First, you must recognize the armor. I'm hiding. I'm protecting. I'm not being real. Stage 2. Experimentation. 6 to 18 months. Then, you must experiment with vulnerability. Small risks, safe people, gradual exposure. Stage 3. Integration. 18+ months. Finally, you must integrate vulnerability. It becomes your way of being, your authentic self. Robert's story. Robert went through all 3 stages. Stage 1. The first year, I recognized I was hiding behind armor. Stage 2. The second year, I experimented, small vulnerabilities with safe people. Stage 3. And the third year, I integrated. Vulnerability became my way of being. Now, 5 years later, I see vulnerability didn't weaken me. It freed me. Why vulnerability feels so dangerous? Vulnerability feels dangerous because Reason 1. past wounds. You were hurt before when you were vulnerable. The wound taught you vulnerability equals pain. Reason 2. Cultural conditioning. Culture taught you vulnerability is weakness, especially for men, especially for leaders. Reason 3. Fear of rejection. You fear that if people see the real you, they'll reject you. Better to hide than to be rejected. Catherine's story. Catherine faced all 3 reasons. Reason 1. I was hurt before. Vulnerability meant pain. But I learned that was then, this is now. Reason 2. Culture taught me vulnerability is weakness. But I learned culture is wrong. Vulnerability is strength. Reason 3. I feared rejection. If they see the real me, they'll leave. But I learned those who reject my truth aren't my people. How to practice vulnerability. To practice vulnerability, you need 3 things. Work 1. Self-awareness. First, you must know your truth. What are you feeling? What are you hiding? Work 2. Courage. Second, you must have courage. The courage to reveal. The courage to risk. Work 3. Discernment. Third, you must have discernment. Not everyone deserves your vulnerability. Choose wisely. Michael's story. Michael did all 3 works. Work 1. Self-awareness. I learned my truth, what I was feeling, what I was hiding. Work 2. Courage. I found the courage to reveal, to risk. Work 3. Discernment. And I learned discernment. Not everyone deserved my vulnerability. And then, Michael said, something changed. I wasn't hiding anymore. I was living. Living from my truth. Living from my heart. Signs you're embracing vulnerability. How do you know if you're embracing vulnerability? Here are the signs. Sign 1. You feel more alive. Even in uncertainty, you feel more alive, more present, more real, more you. Sign 2. Connections deepen. Your connections deepen, not with everyone, but with the right people. Sign 3. You find your people. You find your people, those who see you, accept you, love the real you. When these 3 signs are present, you're embracing vulnerability. Now let me show you what happens after you embrace vulnerability. How to live authentically. How to be real. Living after embracing vulnerability. When you embrace vulnerability, authentic living begins. It's not going back to armor, it's living from truth. The 3 phases of authentic living. Phase 1. Discomfort, 0 to 6 months. First comes discomfort. You've removed the armor. You feel exposed, vulnerable. Phase 2. Adjustment, 6 to 18 months. Then comes adjustment. You learn who stays, who leaves, who your people are. Phase 3. Freedom, 18 plus months. Finally comes freedom. You're living from truth, being real, fully alive. Rachel's story. After embracing vulnerability, Rachel went through all 3 phases. Phase 1. The first year was discomfort. I felt so exposed. Phase 2. The second year was adjustment. I learned who my people were. Phase 3. And the third year was freedom. I was finally living from truth. And the difference, I finally feel whole. The 3 types of resistance. Resistance 1. Internal resistance. Your own fear. This is too much. I should go back to armor. Resistance 2. External resistance. Others' discomfort. You're too much, too emotional, too vulnerable. Resistance 3. Systemic resistance. The system itself resists. It wants you armored, controlled, small. Daniel's story. Daniel faced all three resistances. Internal resistance came first, he said. My own fear. This is too much. Then external resistance. People said, you're too emotional. And finally, systemic resistance. Work wanted me armored, controlled. It was exhausting, Daniel said, but I held on. Because I knew going back to armor meant dying inside. How to handle rejection. Rejection is the hardest part of vulnerability. Here's how to handle it. Step 1. Expect it. First, expect rejection. Not everyone will accept your truth. That's okay. Step 2. Don't take it personally. Second, don't take it personally. Their rejection says more about them than you. Step 3. Find your people. Third, find your people. Those who see you, accept you, love the real you. Step 4. Trust the process. Fourth, trust the process. The right people will stay. The wrong people will leave. Patricia's story. Patricia handled rejection. Step 1. I expected rejection. Not everyone would accept my truth. Step 2. I didn't take it personally. Their rejection was about them. Step 3. I found my people. Those who saw me, accepted me. Step 4. And I trusted the process. The right people stayed. And now, Patricia said, I have real connections. Not many, but real. The obstacles to authentic living. There are 3 main obstacles. Obstacle 1. Fear of being too much. You fear being too much. Too emotional, too vulnerable, too real. Obstacle 2. Fear of being not enough. You fear being not enough. If they see the real me, they'll see I'm not enough. Obstacle 3. Fear of losing control. You fear losing control. If I'm vulnerable, I'll lose control of how people see me. Christopher's story. Christopher faced all 3 obstacles. Obstacle 1. I feared being too much, too emotional, too vulnerable. But I learned, for my people, I'm never too much. Obstacle 2. I feared being not enough. They'll see I'm not enough. But I learned, I am enough, exactly as I am. Obstacle 3. I feared losing control. I'll lose control of how they see me. But I learned, I never had control, and that's okay. How to know you're living authentically. Ask yourself these 3 questions. Question 1. Are you being real? Are you showing your truth, not hiding, not pretending, being real? If yes, you're living authentically. Question 2. Do you have real connections? Do you have connections where you can be yourself, fully, completely, without armor? If yes, you're living authentically. Question 3. Do you feel alive? Do you feel alive? Not just existing, truly alive. If yes, you're living authentically. Emma's story. Emma asked herself these questions. Question 1. Yes, I'm being real. No more hiding. Question 2. Yes, I have real connections. where I can be myself. Question 3. Yes, I feel alive, truly alive. So I know, Emma said, I'm living authentically. It's not easy, but it's real. The invitation. Authentic living is possible, but it requires courage. Courage to be vulnerable. Courage to be real. Courage to live. Are you ready? Are you ready to remove the armor? Are you ready to show your truth? Are you ready to live authentically? If so, a life awaits. Not the life you had, the life you're meant to live. Not the armor, the truth. Not hiding, living. Now let me tell you the deepest truth about vulnerability. The truth that changes everything. It's not just about being open. Here's what most people don't understand. Vulnerability isn't just about being open. It's about being powerful. Real vulnerability is strength. Authentic strength. The truth about vulnerable power. Jung taught, the most powerful people are the most vulnerable. Not because they're weak, because they're real. When you're vulnerable, you're undefended. And when you're undefended, you're unstoppable. Armor protects, but it also imprisons. Gabriella's story. Gabriella discovered vulnerable power. For years, I thought armor made me strong, she said. Invulnerable, powerful. But then I realized, the armor wasn't making me strong. It was making me rigid. When I removed it, I didn't become weaker. I became flexible. And flexibility is true strength. Now when life hits me, I don't break. I bend. I flow. I adapt. That's vulnerable power, Gabriella said. Not rigid strength, flexible strength. The 3 levels of vulnerability. Level 1, surface vulnerability, 0 to 5 years. First, you share surface truths. I'm tired. I'm stressed. I'm struggling. This level is visible, safe. Level 2, deep vulnerability, 5 to 10 years. Then, you share deep truths. I'm afraid. I'm ashamed. I'm lost. This level is deeper, riskier. Level 3, soul vulnerability, 10 plus years. Finally, you share soul truths. This is who I am. This is what I need. This is my truth. This is the deepest level, the most powerful. Robert's transformation story. Robert experienced all 3 levels. Level 1. The first years, I shared surface truths. I'm tired. I'm stressed. Level 2. The next years, I shared deep truths. I'm afraid. I'm ashamed. Level 3. And the last years, I shared soul truths. This is who I am. And when I reached soul vulnerability, Robert said, everything changed. I wasn't just being open, I was being powerful. The deepest purpose of vulnerability. The deepest purpose is this. Vulnerability exists to connect you to life. Not to expose you, to connect you. To yourself, to others, to what's real. The 3 gifts of vulnerability. Gift 1, authenticity. Vulnerability gives you authenticity. Not the authenticity of being perfect, the authenticity of being real. Gift 2, connection. Vulnerability gives you connection, not surface connection, soul connection. Gift 3, freedom. Vulnerability gives you freedom. Not the freedom to do anything, the freedom to be yourself. Laura's story. Laura received all three gifts. Vulnerability gave me authenticity, she said. For the first time, I was real. It gave me connection, real connection, soul connection. And it gave me freedom, the freedom to be myself. And that freedom changed everything. How to live from vulnerability. Here's how to live from vulnerability. Step 1. Know your truth. First, know your truth. What are you feeling? What do you need? Who are you? Step 2. Choose your people. Second, choose your people. Not everyone deserves your vulnerability. Choose wisely. Step 3. Share from strength. Third, share from strength, not from neediness, from wholeness. Step 4. Honor the response. Fourth, honor the response. Some will see you, some won't. Both are okay. Step 5. Trust the process. Fifth, trust the process. The right people will stay. The right connections will form. Michael's story. Michael lived from vulnerability. Step 1. I knew my truth, what I felt, what I needed, who I was. Step 2. I chose my people, not everyone, the right ones. Step 3. I shared from strength, not neediness, wholeness. Step 4. I honored the response. Some saw me, some didn't. Both okay. Step 5. I trusted the process. The right people stayed. And when I integrated these steps, Michael said, something beautiful happened. I wasn't just vulnerable. I was powerful. The final truth about vulnerability. The final truth is this. Vulnerability isn't the risk. Armor is the risk. Armor keeps you safe, but it also keeps you dead. Vulnerability exposes you, but it also makes you alive. And alive is worth the risk. 3 final questions. Before we end, ask yourself, question 1, are you ready to remove the armor? Removing armor means being seen. Are you ready? Question 2, are you ready to be real? Being real means showing your truth. Are you ready for that? Question 3, are you ready to be powerful? Being powerful means being vulnerable. Are you ready? Sophia's story. Sophia asked herself these questions, and the answer was clear. Yes, she said, I'm ready to remove the armor, ready to be real, ready to be powerful. 3 years later, her life was completely different. And when I met David, I felt the old impulse to armor up. But this time, I chose differently. I showed him my truth, my vulnerability, my real self. And the relationship is different. It's not perfect, Sophia said, but it's real. It's not without pain, but there's connection. It's not without risk, but there's life. That's what vulnerability means, she said. Not avoiding pain, living fully. The final call. Vulnerable power is waiting, waiting to be discovered, waiting to be lived. But it won't happen by itself. It requires courage, authenticity, trust. Are you ready? If so, remove the armor. Be real. Be powerful. And when you do, something changes. Not just how others see you, how you see yourself. Not just your connections, your life. Not just your openness, your power. And in that change, you find what you were looking for. Not invulnerability, authenticity. Not armor, truth. Not protection, life. That's vulnerable power. That's living from truth. That's being fully alive.